Hi, Empress Justice here, and welcome to the Anuradha full moon reading for Sage. This is for Mula, Purva Ashada, and Uttada Ashada, and for any Western Sagis in the house, come in, come in, come in. You want your sun, moon, and Lagna, all right? Now let's get into it. Now for your tarot cards, we have the Ace of Summer, we have the Three of Spring, and we have Trust. Oh, hold on. I'm getting the same vibes with you, Sag. Immediately, I get the same vibes with you as I got for the collective reading for Anuradha, the collective tarot reading for Anuradha. I get the same vibes. Okay? I get the vibes that you are just supposed to sit tight and prepare. There is nothing that you need to do. I can't remember who else I said this for, but you need to, like Spirit is really telling me to tell you there is nothing you need to do. Hang tight is what I'm hearing. Hang tight. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. Right? I don't know why they are insisting on saying this. Hang tight. Stop trying to do everything yourself. Just wait. Yeah? Wait. Right? I don't know why Spirit is so insistent. I have a feeling I'm going to find out through this reading anyway, because that's what we're here for. Right? Now, Ace of Summer, it says, open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Yes, you've been having a lot of that lately. You've been having a lot of epiphanies emotionally, and it's led to some really interesting places for you. We've got the Three of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. Do you understand? Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. Usually it would be this card, the first card and the oracle card, and all of these cards are in conversation. All of these cards are in conversation because there are still lessons for you to learn emotionally before you can move on to the next stage of your life, and you are going to move on to the next stage of your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I feel like you're being given a glimpse as to what your future looks like. Your future looks very, very good. I feel like you're going to be accepted in circles that you didn't think you were going to be accepted into. And I know it's a strange thing to say, but there are circles that you're going to be accepted into that you're going to think to yourself, why the hell are they accepting me? Like, what's going on here? But the only person that is questioning whether or not you belong is going to be you. Nobody else is going to be questioning whether or not you belong. I feel like it will be more than one community that you're a part of that immediately take you in and that are immediately like, okay, we want Sag here. We want Sag here. You know what I'm saying? So that is how things are about to pan out. Now let's move on to your notes here. We've got the end of a fling, unsatisfactory relationship, new purpose, expanding into a new area, writing about travel, wishful thinking, harboring an idea, learning a new language, literary ambitions, signing a contract. Okay, Sag. People think that you have no problem walking away when things are not good. That's not the case. The only time usually when you feel good walking away from something is when you're getting bored. Not when things are hard, not when things are bad, not when things are, irredeemable even. The only time where you will feel to walk away is when things are getting boring. Not this time. This time, when it comes to how you relate to people in love, when it comes to how you relate to people in friendships and stuff like that, you are no longer tolerating disrespect. You're no longer tolerating the bare minimum. You're no longer allowing yourself to be in situations where you're around people that you can't stand. You're not going to do that anymore for the sake of the plot. You flat out refuse. You refuse. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for you. You refuse to be in relationships or friendships or anything like that that is not fulfilling you. Wishful thinking. I think you do have wishful thinking, some of you. I think the sunk cost fallacy might be there for some of you, but I feel like it's less about romance and more about friendship. Harboring an idea, learning a new language, literary ambitions, signing a contract, expanding into a new area. You feel like your world is shrinking, but in a good way. You feel like because you're honest with yourself about what you want and about where you want your life to go, you feel like your world is shrinking. And ironically, it might make you more careful about how you proceed in the world. Do you understand what I mean? So I've got to talk about your houses, because your 12th and your 6th are here. Now, both of these houses together are about enemies. They're about enemies and they're about obstacles. Now, with the 12th house, it's about secret enemies and obstacles, hidden enemies and obstacles, or obstacles and enmity that comes from yourself. Do you understand what I mean? It's also to do with rest, relaxation, all that. Rest, relaxation, isolation. So when this full moon comes around, you might be tempted more towards rest, more towards isolation. But because of the strength of the moon and the size of the moon in the sky, you might not be as isolated as you could be, which is a really good thing in this case. But the 6th house, where the sun in Rohini is going to be, you're being asked to focus on the obstacles right in front of you. Instead of navel gazing about why you hate a particular person, like either parasocially or, you know, or like a part of yourself that you hate, instead of focusing on that, you need to focus on the enemies and the obstacles right in front of you. And in order to meet those obstacles, you have to ensure that your health is up to par, that you're keeping up with your daily routines, that everything is in order. But in order to do that, you have to ensure that you are emotionally nurtured when it comes to the 6th house, or that you're emotionally nourished. So once you put your emotional nourishment first with regards to your new purpose, that is what will enable you to become more organized and to become more adept at paying attention to the obstacles that are right in front of you. Okay. So I've got to go into your cards. I don't have long. I might do a second reading. But I want to get this under 10 minutes. Probably won't get it under 10 minutes. So I've got the 6 of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to give blessings and you're going to receive them. I feel like this is a very balanced time where, yeah, I feel like there's a certain honorability about the way you handle other people's resources, because I feel like some of you are gaining favor from spirit right now in terms of abundance. And I feel like the way you meet that is to actually not only empower yourself, but to empower the people who have been kind to you in more indirect ways. Do you understand what I mean? And then we've got this card right here. Remember when I said you're no longer tolerating disrespect? That's because you're understanding your past relationships in entirely new ways, and you're kind of understanding where you've been a victim, where you've been a villain, where you've been neither, and you've just made the wrong choices. I feel like you've reviewed your choices and you've come to some very wise conclusions about why you picked the relationships and the situations that you picked. And now you're ready to do something different. You're ready to handle it with a new approach, a more positive approach. With this right here, I think you understand that there's a new phase of your life coming. I think there's a part of you that's quite excited. And in the meantime, there's a lot of juggling. There's a lot of restructuring, planning, kind of like a lot of juggling responsibilities. Remember, that's the infinity symbol right there, right? I feel like there's a karmic sort of feeling to how you're organizing your life right now. There's a karmic sort of feeling there. With this, you're operating from your heart space. You're operating from the place of your soul. You're operating from the place of what truly means something to you. And your soul is incredibly strong, Sag. Your soul is incredibly powerful and is making things happen. And I think the reason for it is because of how much love there is in your soul. I think now you're starting to understand that the beautiful, rich and intense experiences you're looking for, some of you, Sagittarius, not all of you, it doesn't have to be about romance. It can be about your life purpose. It can be about the things in the world that you want to experience beyond love and romance, right? With this right here, this is about family. There's a sort of, there's a restructuring of your family. New elders is what I get. There's a restructuring of your family. Something is taking place and there's a restructuring happening, right? This reflects a new start. I feel like for some of you, your vocations or side hustles, they go up a level. They go up a level. Yeah. Yeah, so very big things are happening for you, Sag. Big and really positive things are happening for you. Unfortunately, that's all I have the time to tell you. Yeah, so that was for Sag. That was for Mula, Purva Ashada, Uttara Ashada, and for Western Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Lagna. I am Empress Justice, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye, my darlings.